If you've been following my channel, then you know that I've been dealing with quite a few very serious health issues, and we're slowly working towards trying to get that sorted out a little bit. Obviously, the mainstream medical system hasn't really done much of anything to help. They do some testing, which is useful sometimes, but treatment-wise, they don't really seem to have anything to offer. So I am following some more natural courses as much as I can. So I have been really blessed to have access to a functional medicine doctor and also now a functional keto nutritionist who has been amazing. And one of the things that she did that I want to show you guys that we're trying is she has set me up with a continuous glucose monitor to see what my glucose is doing. I am testing my ketones regularly via blood testing because I'm trying to fight epilepsy, and ketogenic diets seem to be extremely helpful for that. So that's what I'm working on, and that's why I'm doing carnivore as a very specific way of doing keto. And that's still an ongoing challenge that I'll do another video about one of these days because I have a lot to learn still. But right now what we're doing is we're learning what my glucose is doing in addition to the ketones. And what I have is this continuous glucose monitor. And so I'll just show you what it looks like. There's this little pod that you attach to your arm. It does have a needle in it that seems kind of scary to put on, and it was, but in the end it actually didn't hurt and I don't feel it. I actually have had it on for a full week now and I don't even notice it. I forget that it's there quite often. When I'm showering I have to remember, oh yeah, there's a bump there, there's something there. So what we do is if you have a normal aged phone, you can use an app on your phone and you just use that phone to scan it every now and again. So it's doing full monitoring, but it's also, I'm not sure how it all works exactly, but when you hold your phone over top of it, then you can scan at any time and get an immediate reading, and so it logs that as well. My phone is old, so it was too old to work with this, but my wonderful nutritionist actually had a monitor extra device here that that you can use. So she's loaned this to me for the 2 weeks, which is amazing, wonderful for her to do. So all you do, this is called the Freestyle Libre 2, and all you do is turn it on just the same as you would do is loading the app on your phone if you're using a phone. And once the light comes on, it tells you to scan, and so you just hold it over it and you get that little beep, and then it tells you where your glucose is, and 5.1 is very good. Now my understanding is that this isn't an exact reading, so it is quite different than when you're doing the blood, when you're pricking your finger and getting your blood reading. That's an exact immediate reading. This is not that. It's sort of judging how things are going to go for you, something like that. Anyway, but I did find it really interesting to use because I can see when my glucose levels are going up and when they're going low, and they do get quite low at certain points, especially through the night. So that gives us an idea of where to go with the diet and what foods I should be eating and when and how much and all that kind of thing, in addition to making sure that we're maximizing my ketones as much as possible. That's going pretty well as far as I'm always in ketosis. It's just a matter of how many ketones we want me making and how we can keep that as steady as possible, because it does fluctuate through the day. It's interesting with glucose as well because when you're enduring stress and things like that, your glucose levels in your blood will change regardless of what you're eating. I'm not eating carbs, but I have recently gone through a lot of stress and that does change. Actually, mine seemed to go low. And it's an interesting thing to see how it affects, because I know for a lot of people their glucose might go up, it might jump. When, especially if you're doing keto and you are including some carbs, I think that might be a factor as well. But our bodies are affected by everything that's going on, all the stress levels. I just went through previously 2 nights of really bad nights of stomach upset and no sleep, and was in really bad shape. And so my blood glucose did seem to have a little bit of an effect there. Whereas last night I had a good sleep, and so my levels are better today. So it's interesting to see. I think I do have really steady glucose. I don't have diabetes. This is actually loaned via a diabetes foundation group that she works with because she does keto for a lot of people with diabetes too. So, and apologies if my camera is shaking a bit. My cat is running around and bumping it. And I should really pick her up and show you what she looks like because she's quite the character. And here she is. Little crazy girl. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I don't know how much monitoring my glucose will help, but it certainly can't hurt. And so I'm really glad for the opportunity, and I think it will help me to understand a little bit more about how my ketones are working as well as we plan my diet schedule for the coming months and years, I assume. I have made it now a little more than a month without having a seizure, so I'm very, very thankful to the Lord for that. I am on a new medication that I'm not having any side effects from, so I'm very thankful for that as well. Although I don't love being on the medication, I'd like to get off it sooner than later, but for now I'm just thankful that I'm not having seizures and I'm not having side effects, and we'll just keep on working on all of the natural ways that we can get my body working properly, deal with the MS, deal with the seizures, and, you know, Lord willing, get off of all of these medicines that they keep wanting to put me on, and also be healthy and functional and be able to live a more normal life, be able to be more functional, more useful. That really is a major goal for me, because right now I'm basically a shut-in and can't do very much. So hopefully we're moving in the right direction now. So I hope you found this helpful, and I do have more videos coming. I have still got some recorded seizures that I have not uploaded for you guys yet, but we'll hopefully get to that soon. And I think people do seem to find those really interesting. So entertaining, I guess. Weird, very weird. But I hope you found this helpful, and especially if you're new to the whole idea of the continuous glucose monitoring, then maybe this will help give you an idea. And I can assure you that once this is on, it's actually fine. It doesn't hurt. You'd think having this needle sticking into your arm would be painful or something, but it's really not. There's not that many nerve endings there compared to your fingers. If you're used to pricking your fingers, it's much, much simpler than that, even to apply initially. So thank you for watching, and God bless.